Hi, Gene from Listening In Radio. Again, KB9001 MWDX, KB9001 SWL, and of course my ham radio call sign WN9ZWC. And I had, in hindsight, with the storms that came through, I was talking about certain equipment that I put together for self-sufficiency. I want to show you what I've done here, so you can take a look at what I was talking about. Maybe it'll give you an idea of what you should have on hand during an emergency. So let me show you right now. So this is the battery pack and solar panel that I mentioned. It's simply just a box that I built, a wooden box with some handles on it. But I had bought a solar panel on top, and this is fairly inexpensive. But I had to buy a controller, and this is the controller from the solar panel that charges the battery through a set of clips here, and there's a regular nickel metal hydride, I believe, battery in the box. But I hooked up like a cigarette lighter type terminal here so I could plug in cell phones, and this is what kept our cell phones charging all night. In fact, my wife had told me I was quite brilliant for doing this, so thank you, sweetie. I really appreciate that. Brilliance, well, I don't know. I'm just a ham radio operator. And it hooks to the battery with, your standard alligator type clips. These are rather large ones that fit onto the battery to charge the battery, and I'm going to keep charging that today. I have an extra smaller solar panel here. It also has a couple alligator clips on it to charge extra if I have another battery that I need to charge. And it's pretty efficient, and the battery stayed charged all night, and I just put it by a window in the front of the house and kept things charged up that way, so it worked pretty well. So that's the battery box with the solar panel. And I have here a Go kit, and inside the Go kit is just extra things like extra antenna wire. Got a couple pieces here. Here's a shortwave antenna if I need a shortwave antenna, and I have a very old pair of headphones in here. A little bit of Ranger cord, things like that. Some duct tape. That's not even duct tape, that's painter's tape, but that still works pretty well. Here's some Ranger cord and other things like that, a multi-tool, extra knife, and of course your standard USB plugs for your cell phones. So just some little things to make life comfortable in an emergency. So this could be taken into the field rather quickly. And here is my overall go bag with some extra clothing, emergency vest, so I would take this along if I was going into the field as a weather spotter as well. Somewhere in here is a first aid kit. I don't see it, but I do have a first aid kit in here as well. And extra GPS unit, flashlights, things like that. So this just gives you some overview idea of what you might want to have on hand to throw in your vehicle in an emergency, especially if you happen to be traveling on the road. And of course, make sure that you have an AM radio. If you're a ham radio operator, I would have my 2-meter portable. And be real honest with you, my Citizens Band radio, channel 19, is still pretty active these days, and you will get information. So just food for thought. So I hope that gives you a little bit better of an idea of how to stay self-sufficient by giving you an example of my Go kit and some of the stuff that I've put together. Maybe I could be an inspiration to you guys to be a little bit more self-sufficient and to get through emergencies like we had yesterday. Okay, thanks much. Have a good day.